you want to take this week's intro, Jackson? You haven't done it in a long time.
I just did it before we started recording, but I'll do it again. Hello, everyone. This is Jackson from the official podcast. We're here with a fresh new episode. We've got a special guest with us, a tantalizing voice for once, because all of our voices are gross and disgusting and quite embarrassing, to be honest. So we've got Gibi ASMR here with us. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Gibi. I do ASMR on YouTube, which some people are familiar with, some people are not. But they are relaxing videos designed to help people fall asleep or get ASMR tingles, which we can get into. But I do ASMR on YouTube, and then I also have just recently started Twitch in the last 6 months where I do not do ASMR. And now, I cosplay on the side. Never forget the cosplay.
So you still get tingles on the side?
I didn't hear a
Jackson,
word you said, Jackson.
Did I cut out?
No, we talked at the same time. It was my fault.
All right, you go first. Andrew, have the stage.
I mean, I just had a real swinging in quick question on it. Why, if you went to Twitch, did you not continue the ASMR trend?
Really just my personal preference. I wanted to do something that wasn't ASMR. And I haven't had time to play video games. I've been a student for the last, 15 years of my life, and I know, right? I'm 23.
Oh, don't dox yourself.
I just,
not in your business. No, she's a grandmother.
What's your address again? Primary would be best.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Everybody, I think, knows how old I am. But I went over to Twitch just to be able to talk in a normal voice and interact with people other than whispering in their ear. And it's been really fun.
Also, the competition with ASMR on Twitch is just insurmountable. You have people farting into mics for donations. It's really a Herculean task to make it an ASMR over there.
People have different triggers.
That doesn't seem like an ASMR tingle trigger to me.
I only get my strongest tingles from someone breaking wind. That's just how it works.
I haven't seen that one yet. I feel like that wouldn't be something that you'd see on YouTube or Twitch. No.
It's only on Twitch.
Got to go to the porn sites for that.
Mm-hmm.
A buddy of mine actually, we tuned into, I think her name's like Amaranth. She does ASMR occasionally. And what she would do is she just take some household items and cover her mic with them and then sometimes whisper and other times just moan into it for donations.
I actually didn't know she did ASMR. I'm familiar with her cosplay.
Yeah. I mean, calling it ASMR is doing it a big justice, but she attempts. Usually it's just throwing like a piece of plastic over her mic.
Well, did she have the mic with the ears?
I don't remember. No, I don't know.
Sometimes I can make an all right sound.
It didn't make a pleasant sound. It sounded like two dump trucks colliding. It was awful.
So Charlie, Gibi, you mentioned that you've seen her cosplays, and you mentioned you've done cosplay. Do ASMR people usually have really, really in-depth side hobbies that go along with it as well, or? I
don't know. I see actually a lot of, we have the people who started on Twitch who are trying to get into ASMR, and then we have a lot of ASMR people on YouTube who are trying to get into Twitch. I have no idea why there's a correlation there, but there's definitely one.
It's probably just the internet gold rush, because now streaming's really taken off. Everyone wants to hop in there. My dad was even toying with the notion. I don't know what he'd do, but since ASMR? He's kind of... No, probably not ASMR. His voice is nothing like mine. Andrew can attest to that. He sounds like... I don't know, he sounds like some type of cartoon character for the most part.
If you guys are listening to this podcast and are fans of the podcast and know my impression of Charlie's dad from the earlier episodes, it is 100% spot on.
Yeah.
We'll do it again, funny man.
Give me something to say. Or, okay, if we're doing Twitch streaming, hey everyone, I'm here streaming my live den to Twitch. Isn't that really cool? Anyway, be playing Fortnite. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Like, that's exactly what he sounds like. I'm not hamming it up at all.
The opposite of ASMR.
I think my dad would be a great Twitch streamer. Let us know what you think of my dad as a Twitch streamer in the comments.
So Charlie, your dad, he walked back on his, hating our podcast. We asked him to come on once, and he basically told you to go fuck yourself. Did he change his opinion?
He did.
No, Kaya, you're underselling this. He called him out at a family dinner that I was at.
Oh, that's right. Andrew was there. Yeah.
So my parents came to visit me when I was moving into my apartment, and we were all having a lovely Olive Garden catered dinner at their house. And just midway through, his dad calls him out. He's like, "They want to be on this podcast shit. I don't understand." Like in front of everybody.
Yeah, I think he started to warm up to the idea though. Andrew informed him that he's kind of become a cult classic, and now he wants to capitalize on it.
So, GB, do you have a father that wants to be in your ASMR videos?
Whoa, Jackson, let's back up a bit. GB, do you have a father?
I do.
All right.
Does he want to be on the show?
He does not.
Oh,
Does he know what you're doing for a living?
They're pretty private, but they're very supportive.
Do they have reservations about what you do, though? Do they find it kind of... Because, I mean, we can jump into that topic full force, but there's definitely links to, like, pornography in ASMR.
That is the first question that everybody I know in real life asks me first. They're like, is this, like, a sex thing? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, no. You can... That's, like, a huge topic that is widely discussed in the community. But, no, when I started my channel, gosh, like... almost 2 years ago. It was like 2 Junes ago. It sort of, it exploded a bit. And I think I had like 12,000 subscribers, and I sort of broke the news to my family. I was like, I have 12,000 subscribers on a YouTube channel. I figured I should let you know. And they're like,
home.
And they sort of like gave the eyebrow. Yeah. They're like, what? I'm dropping out of college. I finished.
I'm putting all my eggs in this basket.
I know I'm one day from graduating, but I really believe in this.
Well, how is it considered in the ASMR community? Because for most, I think, outside people who are looking into it, it looks like, it's sort of a, without trying to sound mean, it's like an intimacy simulator almost for people to listen in on and kind of get the feeling of, hey, I don't have a girlfriend, but I can just play a YouTube video and have a girl whisper into my ears.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be silly to pretend like that is not why some people watch it. But people watch ASMR videos for literally, like, I could probably name like 10 reasons off the top of my head why they would watch it. People watch it for the literal ASMR, which is actually just like a response, which is the tingling in your head. People will watch it to trigger that, or just to relax, or to fall asleep, which is what I used to use it for a lot, in the background when you study, if music's too distracting. And then, there's people who use it to watch it when they're lonely, or when, they're having an anxiety attack and need to calm down, or there's different videos catered to certain things. Like, I have seen plenty of girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, like role plays.
Classics.
And at least they're very upfront about it. So if that's what you're looking for, like, go ahead. Yeah. But I think every creator sort of has, what they're comfortable with and what their intention is with their audience.
So is it a nice community, or would you say are there pretentious people, like looking at the ASMR people who do that sort of girlfriend, boyfriend kind of thing as, shitting on the integrity of the art, shall we say?
As far as the creators go, like interacting with other creators, it's, I guess not surprisingly, but it's really, really kind. Everyone is very supportive. It's basically you do what you want to do. And as long as you don't sort of, I know there's like a couple people who have like come out and been like, ASMR is a fetish. And we're like, yo, calm down. No, it's not. So like sometimes we do like a little bit of cleanup from like what other creators sort of decide to put out there. But other than that, like I haven't seen any sort of hate on other people's channels. We usually just sort of promote what we like and sort of ignore what we don't.
Good.
Yeah.
What do you mean by cleanup? That you have to do cleanup?
So somebody went out to a publication and was just talking about how ASMR is like a sexual fetish. Mm-hmm. And so we're like, oh my God.
Sorry for that.
No, it's okay. It's totally
Just wait until it gets more mainstream and somebody blames gun violence on ASMR. It's hypnotizing videos.
The voices, they told me to do it. They said, you need to shoot up the school now. You need to go ahead and do it.
I heard it clear as day, officer. I swear to God.
I heard it. It gave me the tingles, officer. The tingles!
I bet you could get some politician to argue that it's nothing more than hypnosis.
Oh, for sure. For fucking sure. Not even a hard effort.
add a Russian channel name to it, and they'll be hook, line, and sinker. They'll buy it. It's Russian propaganda. It's Russian.
Oh,
Hypnosis.
there's some really amazing Russian ASMR channels.
Ooh. Tell us about them, please.
Oh no!
Do they do it in Russian or English?
Did they sway the election?
You know, with their voices, they could probably do a lot of things that normal people could not. But one of the top ASMR channels, Gentle Whispering, she's Russian, and she just has the voice of an angel. She was sort of like ASMR's been around for like 8-9 years, and people have not really picked up on that. But she was around. She was like an OG. So people call her the queen of ASMR for a reason.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I didn't know that.
It really just blew up in the last couple of years.
Kind of feels like everything's gotten those ground roots now, like Bitcoin and all this other shit, where it was around maybe 10 years ago, but just now it's getting on this hype bandwagon.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Bitcoin's
cosplay.
hype is coming
Yeah.
down recently.
That too, though.
It's about to take off again, though, I swear to God. Please, everyone invest in Bitcoin now.
Well, no, wait, which one do you want? See a coin?
I don't
More
want
like
to keep
see your
pushing,
money later coin.
I don't want to keep pushing See a Coin because I do it as a joke, and then I'll get angry emails when people lose a lot of money on it. So I wash my hands with See a Coin. I'm still in it, so don't
costs
worry.
too
if you
much
buy-
Well,
Fame.
Charlie, you just fucked yourself by just saying that. You've now completely devalued See a coin.
It's
Charlie,
gonna
did you
crash,
see
causing everyone
the
to lose
CEO.
money.
I'm not the
John
CEO of it.
McAfee himself is panicking now. I just looked up his tweet that I read earlier today. He says, "Positive words from the exchanges are needed at this time. Please speak up now. We all knew this was coming. I said it, so did others. The crypto community is comprised of intelligent individuals. If any group can stand up to this, it is us. Have no fear. United, we can't lose."
Can you fucking imagine if someone high profile in the stock market just stood up and said, "Everyone, can I have your attention? I know things are looking bad. I know, but we're smart people and we can make this work." Like, what a
Meanwhile,
joke.
stockbrokers chucking themselves out the windows.
Gary, I see you opening the fire escape. Don't you do it. You got a wife at home, Gary. We're going to work on this.
Also, as just a little side note, John McAfee, if you're watching, suck my asshole. I asked John McAfee to come on, and I got a response, and then he said how many people listen, and I gave him a number. I even, inflated it by quite a bit. He looked at it and then didn't reply. It just didn't even register with him. Fuck you, John.
What, they're less than CNN?
Oh,
Fuck
wow.
this.
Yeah, fuck you, John. God damn, I hope your shit does crash.
You're not welcome in
believe
my
in
See a
anything now.
Coin.
God,
Damn.
fuck that.
Well, not didn't mean to derail too far. You were talking about Brooklinen? Yes, GB?
GB, it's okay to get a bit flustered on the podcast. If you want us to take the Brooklinen conversation, we don't mind.
I think that would be
Actually,
for the best.
how about, if you don't like that one, how about you do honey first?
Oh, I love honey.
There you go. That's
I
in
use
order.
honey every time I online shop.
Ooh.
Also, we didn't pay her to say that. That's a genuine endorsement from somebody.
Yeah, we don't have enough money to pay off anybody for endorsements.
I couldn't pay an artist to draw a stick figure of me.
You know what we don't have to pay for, though? Honey.
Or that motorcycle. There you go. Well, that's Jackson for
Yeah.
you, GB. He's our
I knew
sound
it was gonna
maker.
happen. The joke I was trying to make was honey is fucking free. It's free. Kaya, tell him about it.
Well, now they know it's free, but they don't know what it is. It's a browser extension that gives you coupons you can use on checkouts. Ever go to an online shop and you see, in your cart, there's a little field that says coupon code. Do you have a coupon code? Put it in here.
Fuck does
You
that
never
mean?
do. Coupons during checkouts, there's usually a little field. When you
I
buy
was just
something
playing
for
the part of the audience. I was just, adding
Oh,
background noise.
Okay, I thought you actually didn't know.
The antagonist.
Well, there you go. Now you actually can get a coupon code. You can get nice checkout discounts thanks to Honey, which is a free browser extension. But don't do that dick thing where you go to, the Chrome browser store or whatever it's called to download it. You have to go to joinhoney.com/official so they know that we sent you and so they keep advertising with us so you can keep getting the discounts. All right? There you go. Did I forget anything? Oh, yeah, personal endorsement. Hit him, GB.
First of all, that was pretty ASMR-y. that delivery.
Thank
There we
you.
go.
I'm known for my angelic voice. I'm Russian, you know.
Honey is something that I downloaded a while ago, and it's actually saved me quite a bit of money because I always forget to look for coupon codes. You can always Google them, and 90% of the time they don't work, and so I just lose patience.
It just takes so long too. This is like 2 clicks. It's
Right.
so good.
It does work.
It does.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna
Beautiful.
I saved $4 last night. I just wanted to throw that out there. I bought
Put
something
that on
and
the
I
back
saved
of the
$4.
DVD box. It works. I like
It's
that.
fucking free. Like, I don't get what the problem is. It's fucking free, everyone listening.
Joinhoney.com/official. Help us. Help you. It tastes good, honey. What is their tagline?
No, it tastes good. It's,
You'll know how good it feels to shop honey. Edit that out.
No,
Oh,
that's good.
I think we've got plenty there to
Yeah.
splice together a coherent one.
Okay, that's Join Honey Official. I don't think they have a tagline.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's good enough. It's honey. God damn it.
We said honey.com/official, right?
Yeah.
Join
I think we hit that. I think we
honey.com/official.
hit that mark. Yeah.
There.
We said it was free.
Several times.
And what is honey?
Okay, shut
I
up,
think-
Jesus.
Christ. All right. So back on the train here. So we were talking about. You like sports, GB?
Jesus Christ. Okay, GB, the guys are shy, but you're our first.
We've never
girl
been around
guest.
girls.
Yeah,
I'm not your
basically,
typical
so-
podcast guest, am I?
I'm not shy. I don't give a fuck. I'll ask her anything.
Oh, he's so strong.
I'll take the helm, men. I'll sail this podcast ship to interesting questions.
Well, our choices and guests is very eclectic, so you don't have to worry about that. But you're the technically second girl guest, like female guest that we've had. So our audience,
isn't it?
Wow.
rabid.
It's
neckbeards
International
is very-
Women's Day, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
And we're doing it on
today.
International Women's Day.
What?
Yeah.
I'm
a
officially
thing?
celebrating then.
What?
Beautiful.
What?
What a
International
beautiful
Women's
coincidence.
Day.
That's
Yeah.
today.
That's a day? People need to be reminded there's women?
Hello.
Oh, it's about celebrating what women do, I believe, Andrew. Not that they
Oh.
exist.
Oh.
Anyway, we have these choice questions every guest gets, GB. So, do you masturbate?
No, whoa.
No.
I thought this was a no.
Whoa, Kaya. Now you're Andrew. Steer this ship.
All right. GV, do you know if others masturbate to your videos? No, that is the actual question, though. So we were talking about the link to pornography. I'm wondering, what are some of the, creepiest or most off-putting or just kind of strangest things you've gotten related to your work?
Well, when I get the comments about masturbating people on my channel, it's usually alarming to me because they're on the least sexual videos. And I just kind of at a loss. I'm like, I can't really do much less other than not exist, and that probably won't stop you.
So is it annoying to you when you find out that people are masturbating to those videos?
I don't make them with the
No.
intention to provide fodder for people. So what they do with them, I don't know why they have to announce it, truly.
It's a proud moment.
No, it doesn't bother me too much. Those comments never bother
For
me
a
too
woman,
much.
it can't be that much different than high school. And knowing that every boy in the class is just masturbating to thoughts of you, except they don't usually come up to you and tell you afterwards, as they do on YouTube, or during, I suppose.
It'd be so much easier if they did, though.
The thought process, though, is just baffling to me. The whole, I just masturbated to her. She must know. I
They
have
do
to
it
tell her.
during. They do it during, don't
Yeah.
they? That's no one would do it afterwards because they're just deflated and
That's
empty.
That's not the comments that I get.
is the kind of people who leave comments on porn videos. Why anybody would do that?
Well, the comments on porn videos sometimes have hidden fucking gold treasure in them. Like the guy who analyzed the background in a scene was like, "Here's all the movies this house was shot with. Here from the angles of the door to the posterior angle of the triangle." I love those. Have you
Why?
never seen those?
No.
Why do you read them? Why do you go looking for them?
I read them too. They're good.
Yeah,
Rain
Charlie
Man
reads.
porn? I read the ones that at the if the porn video title doesn't have the actress in it, the name of her. I go to the comments to see how it is because I know somebody recognizes her, but I don't go to see who the architect of the house was.
Well, maybe you just don't appreciate the art. That might be what it is.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Kaya, you look at porn as a science. I look at it as an art. So, Gibi,
expert.
speaking of recognition, I'm sorry, I don't mean to take over questions. I just have a bunch. I don't know about you boys. So how have you been recognized for what you do outside of just your channel or whatever? And has that ever kind of been an awkward thing for it? Like, what I'm assuming you're very comfortable with ASMR, but I'm assuming most people who aren't into it are kind of might have an awkward vibe about it. You know what I mean?
Everybody that has recognized me has been really sweet so far. I haven't had any awkward encounters. I've met probably around 15 to 20 people out and about. And they're all super sweet. They just say, hey, oh my gosh, you make ASMR videos. I love your channel. They're so cute. They're like, you get me to sleep every night. I'm like, you're welcome, I think.
Wait,
no, everyone's been pretty
are you
cool.
actually recognized in public?
Mhm.
Wow, that is impressive.
So since I do cosplay, you know, I draw a lot of people who also do cosplay, and so when I'm at conventions, that's usually where I'm recognized.
Like a hot spot.
I thought you meant like at a cafe, somebody like when you talk, they're like, "Oh, I know that voice."
I masturbated to you last night.
I left that comment. Didn't you read it?
Yeah. About your door frame, pointing out the antique furniture in the back.
I have a strange habit of having TSA agents recognize me.
Oh,
It's
baby.
happened more than once, and
We're gonna have to do a cavity search, man.
this is good. While you're holding my ID.
Could you please whisper to me so I can confirm your identity?
Yeah, airports. I don't know what it is. People watch
So-
ASMR.
So have you ever done any of that live? Like, has anyone ever requested that you just whisper to them or something along that?
No.
Just called being her boyfriend. I assume sitting on the couch and talking to her. Like
I
a
think he would
friend.
hate that.
Wow.
That'd be such an awful encounter. Oh,
Really?
wait, whisper to me.
It's just such a weird question. Like, have you ever talked to anybody in real life?
Well, she's talking to us now, but it's not ASMR.
Yeah.
I think
It's
there's a
just
clear
conversation.
difference between asking her to whisper to you in your ear in like public or whatever.
Yeah.
Like do the
Well,
thing, monkey. Like
Exactly.
voice
What I'm
act
getting
for
at
me.
is people. We had Gibi on last week, and people were like, "Oh, do the Gibi bullshit or whatever," or jumped on him. Whereas I'm asking with her if ASMR, anyone's ever like, "Do the whisper thing" or whatever. You know, like if it ever translates to that.
I'm sorry, I need to know. Who did you book for the podcast first, me or Gibby?
Oh,
Did
oh,
Gibi and Gibby, was one of them inspired by the other, or is this just a
We got-
coincidence?
We got mixed up. Yeah,
Yeah, we meant to have you on, and well,
Yeah. You
I
are
know
the
it's
history.
iCarly actor, right?
Yeah.
You've been on the show, yeah?
Well, there
what
you
was
go.
it like meeting Drake Bell?
I love
Wasn't
Drake
on the
Bell.
show.
He's
No,
a dick
dude.
now, isn't he?
Is he? That's sad.
No,
I
He's
like
a-
him.
I've heard he
He's not a
is.
dick. He's a failure.
Whoa.
Ooh. Wait, no, he's a dick too. He did not
Yeah.
invite his friend to his wedding.
No, that's
No,
Josh
other way
Peck.
around. Josh didn't
Oh.
invite Drake to the wedding because
Even
he's
though
a dick.
Josh specifically said it was a small gathering for like 10 people.
Josh is a Viner.
He is, yeah. He
Oh,
does,
he
he does
is?
some Vine stuff.
Yeah,
I
he's
Well,
like an
did.
Instagram comedy guy.
I know he does I know he does hot pepper challenges. I watched him do that.
Hmm.
Do you guys not know about that? When I was doing market research for before we did the hot peppers, the second pepper parade, there's apparently a video out there. I don't know what the group that is that does it. It might be a YouTube comedy troupe, but it was just Josh Peck and then like 4 other dudes doing hot peppers, and then it just after they do it becomes a hot like smash cut of them in the bathroom vomiting on each other.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
I was like, he transferred from Drake and Josh to that. The man is moving on up.
Yeah, he's on the come up.
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing better than Drake. So
Oh, for sure.
Drake Bell just released a new album.
You are the one person on earth who knows that.
Yeah, really.
I
Not
checked in
even Drake
occasionally.
knows.
Who
I
gives
wanted
a
to-
shit? Jesus.
I wanted to reach out to have him on the podcast, but he's unreachable. He's too big for us.
Oh.
He's selling cookies now for the Girl Scouts or something. He's well beyond our reach.
You're not that far off. He's doing baby pandering videos.
Oh, by the way, I'd like to take a moment to talk about Martin Shkreli. Because have we ever told people that we tried to get him on as the first guest ever?
We did. Mm-hmm.
Did we?
That was one of our first episodes when people were suggesting guests. We told that story.
Yeah. Well, let
GB,
me
do you
just
know
recap
Martin
that real.
Well, I just want to know if she knows who he is first before we talk about this.
Yeah.
I don't. Give me the lowdown.
Do you know Pharma, bro? He's the guy who jacked up the price to some pharmaceutical medicine by
Oh,
like
I didn't know his name. Yes,
couple
I'm
of
familiar.
1,000%, and he got hated. Well, the point is, everybody was asking for him, and at the time, he looked like a funny guy. Like, we didn't know he was, that big of a douchebag. So
we knew he was a douchebag.
Well, I mean,
Not to that extent. Like back
yeah.
then, we didn't really know all the details surrounding how
we
small
didn't
his dick
know
was.
he was an actual felon, right? But so anyway, we try to get this guy on, and Charlie and I think we go to his Discord server, which at the time was bigger than ours. Not anymore. We get the bigger dick now, by the way. But we go to his Discord server, and he's just snoring in the voice chat, and there's like 10 of his goons just sucking his dick, just in the voice chat, just talking about how awesome he is. And there's some guy called Billy the Fridge, who's just some obese rapper.
Billy the Fridge.
Oh, it was such an awful experience. And then he just straight up didn't reply to us we wanted to ask him to come on. He didn't even acknowledge us.
Well, that's okay. Now we're getting into some science fiction. We didn't ask. That was such a demoralizing experience going in there and hearing that. We just didn't ask.
No, I did. Don't you remember? He
You did?
unmuted me. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. I
Unmuted
never
me
knew that.
after I asked several times, and then I don't even know if he understood my question, if he was high or whatever, because he fell asleep literally minutes later, started snoring in the voice chat. But anyway, point is, this awful experience was probably like exactly a year ago. And now, Mr. Shkreli is in jail. He has gained weight, and he's begging for mercy. Quite literally, he wrote a letter to the judge begging for mercy. That's what
It'd
happened.
be different if he came on here.
Oh, yeah, that's the official
Yeah.
curse.
Look what happens when you turn us down, John McAfee. You're next. You're already old, man. You don't know what might happen to you.
Why do you think Bitcoin crashed?
They didn't want to come on the podcast.
That's right. The physical embodiment of Bitcoin did not want to be on this show.
Yeah,
Oh, I fucking
that'll
love
do
the
it.
Schadenfreude. Is there anybody you really hate, GB?
God.
Come on.
So
Sounds like
many.
you have a long list. Good
Oh,
God.
we don't have
Who
time.
doesn't she hate? Wow.
Nah, I'm all right.
Oh, yeah, that's believable.
Yeah, I don't
10
believe that.
seconds of pondering. No, I
We
don't
can- we
hate
can-
anybody. She's
We
grinding
can
her
restrict it
teeth.
to just one person that you'd give a real hard slap to.
Just some people I've met online. Nobody in real life.
Masturbating men.
Oh, even worse.
Oh.
You know,
what,
the
death threat?
masturbating men, they just care about themselves and they move on with
They're
their day.
harmless.
You made it sound like a villain in The Lord of the Rings.
For real.
You go past the split mountains and you will meet the masturbating men. Fear them not, for they only care for themselves. God.
They dribble and they go away.
They might ask for your phone number. Do not give it, for they are desperate and unclean.
So what are we talking? Death
so
threat
the-
people?
Yeah, give us an idea.
It's the people who are the most quote unquote dangerous are the people who have no concept of reality, I suppose.
So lunatics.
You hear that,
Yeah.
loser? She's not interested.
But there's like, I've gotten tens of thousands of messages from one person who I've never, ever, ever replied to. I don't know who they are, and they are convinced that I am talking back to them, that they know me.
We were just talking about this the other day.
Yeah,
we were literally just talking about
This
this.
is beautiful. Charlie, do
Really?
you wanna? Yeah. Charlie,
Yeah.
explain it.
So I brought this up in the Discord chat that the four of us have because I don't know if we want to pop the cherry here. You can edit it out if you want, Jackson, but we're doing like this dumb little Comic Con thing in Tampa, and I don't want to do it mainly because I'm afraid of people that send messages like the one you get from this, Von P. Wienerschmeim or whatever with 10,000 messages a day.
Do you get those?
Yeah,
Yeah, for the same guy, believe it or not.
Yeah,
And-
he's
and
really
I'm not-
dedicated.
And I do answer a lot of emails and messages and stuff, but sometimes I'll get one that's just an alarming one, like a really scary one, and I don't reply. And there's a couple that will keep sending like this really scary shit. It's not like death threats, and it's not anything like inherently bad. It's just alarmingly scary.
Yes.
They're out of touch with reality.
I get it. I get it. I
Yeah.
definitely
Can
get
you
it.
give us a sample of kind of what they say? You don't have to obviously say who they are, but I'm curious.
Do you mean me or GB?
Either of you.
Both. Compare.
Well, mine's usually like, oh, I've had such a this won't be like the first one they sent me, but they'll say like, oh, I had such a shit day. My slut bitch ass cunt mother did this and that. Oh my god, I just want to rip her fucking jaw off and then suck my dick with it. I hate this bitch. I fucking hate her.
Wait, that's not violent? That's not...
Yeah,
Well, no, not-
it
it's
sounds
not
like
to
you're
me.
in the clear.
No, it's because it's not to me. They just tell me about this weird shit, and they seem like they're one bad day away from snapping someone's neck at a McDonald's drive-thru, and they tell all of this to
Take a
me.
stand.
Why don't you respond to them with that?
Well, because I'm
Yes.
afraid to, because then that puts me in their crosshairs.
You
It's
can't
like, well,
respond. You cannot
this-
respond.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. Alert the authorities.
Let's give GB context here. So, GB, you know how anytime somebody says something retarded on the internet and they get called out for it, like somebody will say, hey, why don't we just euthanize puppies? And people will start shitting on them and criticizing them, and so the person immediately runs to the typical excuse of, oh, I'm getting death threats now. I must be right, you know, that sort of retarded shit. But then every once in a while, like once out of a 10 million occasions, somebody will actually do something where I think a couple of weeks ago, some YouTubers had their home invaded by a guy with a gun.
Gavin
Yes,
Free. Yeah.
yes, horrific.
Gavin Free
That's
of Recites.
horrific.
Yeah. I don't know the guy's name, but point is the guy was, it wasn't even a thing like I hate you guys or anything, but he was obsessed with the girl. I guess they're like
Oh no, I
YouTuber
believe
No, it-
I believe
it
he
was-
completely did hate
Yeah,
Gavin.
it was
He
a
hated
matter
Gavin
of
for-
hate. He hated Gavin
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah,
thought that the
yeah.
girl was too good for him.
But it was centered around his, you know, obsession with her. It wasn't really,
Yes.
hey, I hate what you do because of, you know, what you do. He hated the guy because
He was
he
simply with
just
her.
happened to be her girlfriend. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what's scary.
So
That obsession.
you know, so Charlie, being the hypochondriac that he is, he thinks that there's a million of those weirdos out there waiting to shoot him like that.
Charlie, I am the same.
Thank you. See, someone with some goddamn sense.
Sense to do the math.
Because it really is different. It's different than getting, you know, you get it's all sorts of stupid, mean, crazy messages, but those are the worst.
And you can't help but read them either. Like I'm almost invested in this man's twisted mind.
It's like just in case you like hide something in there that you need to know.
No, it's just more of a morbid
Yeah,
curiosity.
he signs all of them the Zodiac Killer for some reason. I just
He seems
You
like a
should-
good guy, really. I mean,
Yeah.
anything.
gives me all these.
Charlie, do you ever like consider, or does it cross your mind that it could be me again?
No, that's, I don't even think you could fake some of these.
Again.
Charlie, you should
Okay.
Charlie, just give him the smallest modicum of interaction and see what happens. Just reply with like, thanks.
But that's see, like GB says, you can't reply to something like that because the second you do, that makes this connection. Well, oh, we're friends now, and then if you don't reply again, then they hate you.
Have
then
fun
you
with it
become
though.
the cunt
Reply,
ass.
reply in code or something like that.
That's
so you can't
it's,
decipher it.
yeah, that's so tempting, but no,
Charlie-
you can't. You just can't.
Yeah,
Charlie, you don't
it's
have
risky.
the, you know, like GB, you could do this because you're a girl. You could be the next female Charles Manson. I betcha an ASMR chick could get people to kill others. But that sounds evil, but you could use it for good.
Are we like going into Death Note here?
I've never
Yes,
watched it. I don't
exactly like Death Note. Yes.
Almost, yes. We have the
Word
journal.
for word. We have the scripts in front of us. You should have your copy.
know. I've never watched
Look,
it.
all it is these guys sound like they woke up on the wrong side of the bed. And I think with Brooklyn and Sheets, that's impossible. So we should try to sell them those as quickly as possible. That's right. Brooklinen. Founded in April of 2014 by husband and wife team Vicky and Rich Fulp.
Beautiful. Well, are you a bedwetter who routinely molests women online with private messages that never get any replies, but you just keep at it? Well, you can now get Brooklinen and turn yourself into a man. Get some clean sheets, get some, you know, underwear while you're at it. Get rid of those skid marks. And, you know, they're beautiful sheets. Jackson, tell them about it.
These sheets are fantastic. They give me the best night's sleep that I've ever had. You can't go wrong with Brooklinen sheets. They have over 12,000 5-star reviews online, so you know it's not just me that's raving about them. There's 12,000 other Jacksons out there sleeping real well. And they also won the Best of Online Bedding category by Good Housekeeping, which I believe is a magazine. I'll ask my mother. They've got versatile colors and patterns, And basically, this is just luxury bedding, underpriced. You can try these sheets today by going to brooklinen.com using promo code official. You get $20 off and free shipping when you use promo code official at brooklinen.com. This is an exclusive offer for our listeners, so go try it out. You get a risk-free 60-night satisfaction guarantee and a lifetime warranty on all of their sheets and comforters. So even if you do shit the bed or anything like that, you're safe. They will send out some more sheets for you to shit in.
GB, as a lady, tell me, when you go to a guy's house and you check out his bed and you see the sheets are stained with this yellow hue from the sweat and he hasn't been washing them, what do you think?
Doesn't have to just be a girl's opinion. It's gross to generate humans.
I know, but these people, they have to hear it from a girl, I think.
It's true. Wash your sheets.
That guy who sent her 1 million messages. I hope you're listening. That's right.
Wash your sheets.
You know he is.
What we're trying to convey here is if you get Brooklinen, GB will fall in love with you.
You heard it here first.
I wish it was only one guy.
Oh, no.
Oh,
You ever-
look who's
you ever wanna get
bragging
him-
now.
You should try to get them all together to have like a fist fight for your love.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I think that'd be awesome.
Now there's some content
this
for
is-
your Twitch.
This is some high school shit now.
Yeah, that'd be super cool. Well, I don't think you should do that though. That's dangerous. They might all
It's a
form an
little
alliance
dangerous.
or something. Yeah.
Oh, you don't
Form a
say. A
gang.
gladiatorial arena is a dangerous idea. Really? You think so?
I don't really think it's that dangerous to have two people in their mobility scooters run into one another, but that's just me, I guess. I don't feel like it's like buff bodybuilding handsome surfers who are into sending girls online
It's
messages.
people
all
with
day.
katanas.
Yeah, those are the most dangerous kind.
Folded 1,000 times.
One thing that I thought would be fun though, GB, is going over some like creepy comments you get because there's an abundance, but I totally forgot to look at them. Do you have any that you know off the top of your head that are entertaining?
All you have to do is go to the filtered comment section.
What
It's as
filtered
easy.
comment
It's as easy
section?
as 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you mean on YouTube, the private section in the creator studio?
Right. So there's a whole. YouTube will filter them for you. So if I go into my held for review ones, usually that's where you try to stay away from those.
Where is this in the creators section? I wasn't aware of this. I want to look at these.
When you go into comments, you have your published comments, your held for review,
No.
and then your likely spam.
Andrew,
Oh.
don't do it. This is going to depress you for days.
Oh my!
This is a bad idea, Andrew.
Yeah,
Man,
don't
my
read
filter-
them. Don't
My
read
filtered
them.
comments are awful. I'm sorry, I have to read a couple here. This is incredible. I love these videos. This is a masterpiece. These are verbatim. My filtered comments are really nice. No wonder I'm so depressed. Jesus.
I like how YouTube's filtering out the good ones and leaving you with the bad ones.
What the fuck? These are great. Thanks,
Thank you.
YouTube.
No, thanks,
nice.
GB, for telling you.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Well, this one is just something. It says just the phrase HBO sexual matrix. And that's it. The entire comment.
Yeah, I don't know why any of these are filtered. I'm looking at mine. None of these are remotely bad.
I think it's just a poorly implemented automated system.
No. I'm done giving them the benefit of the doubt. They're just fucking straight up malice. You know that saying where, what's it called? Assume stupidity rather than malice? When somebody
Yeah,
does
I don't-
something wrong. I hate that fucking saying. I hate it so goddamn much because most of the time it's just them being an asshole, not being stupid. They know goddamn well what they're doing. Fuck you, YouTube. I don't even want to get into this. Fuck them.
I agree. What are your opinions of the platform, GB?
It needs work. That's for sure. I think every creator can agree with that.
I agree. So about those creepy comments, what do you got?
All right, here's one from an hour ago.
Oh.
Fresh?
Nice.
What if I kidnap you? How will you get back home? You would have no choice but to marry me.
What if?
You're gonna
A
have
real
to repeat
philosophical
that.
question.
I laughed too loud. Sorry.
Wow.
The intro just got me immediately.
Wow.
Such
What
a
if?
compelling intro. What if I kidnapping rape you?
I really like this girl. I don't know how to talk to her, but I think this opening line's a real humdinger.
Mom, and what do you think of this one? It's great, Harrison.
Excuse me, GB. What if I kidnapped you?
It's difficult to imagine these people as anything other than like the guy from Red Dragon. Unreal. Could you repeat his message, please?
Yes. Okay, here we go. What if I kidnap you? How will you get back home? You would have no choice but to marry me.
Robert Frost.
Wow, this man thought of everything. Literally thought of everything.
Is that a haiku?
You couldn't call an Uber. You couldn't call a friend for help. Couldn't call the police. You would have to marry him.
The only solution
There's
is
no other
marriage.
options. That's it.
I guess
He's
it
got
is
it on
North
lock.
Korea.
That's a beautiful start to this new segment here. What else is fresh in there?
You can give me a keyword and we can just,
Jesus.
Please, just for the sake of our
Kidnap.
listeners and because we talked about it, do masturbate.
All right.
Too many results.
Her computer crashed.
computer
We have to wait.
Blue screen.
I get a lot of, did anyone else masturbate to this? Just in
Well,
case
I
for the
think that's-
solidarity.
A little bit's got to be kids memeing on that, though.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably just memes.
How about
The kidnap
feet
one, that
shit?
doesn't-
There has
not
to
a
be
meme.
hundreds of them asking for your feet.
Oh, that too.
Ooh, feet's
That's
good.
another good one.
Yeah, definitely some. Well, people will actually go to very new ASMR channels. Like, I see the same people there, and they target them and pretend like they're asking for a specific like ASMR trigger, and it's absolutely a fetish. Absolutely, they're asking for like matches a lot. I see a lot of like
Matches?
like
How's that a
match lighting.
fetish?
Is,
how's it
is
a
that
fetish?
like
Is
a,
it pyromania? Like,
Match lighting and a lot of like shoe videos, which is like obvious. That one's obvious. And a lot of like like giantess role plays, or
Oh,
like
that's
or
really bad.
crushing, or you know, yeah,
I'm
Oh.
assuming one big one, especially with the noises, would be eating.
yeah.
Ugh,
That's like a whole other like subgenre. Is like
no,
the
please
the,
don't
the
kill yourself
mukbangs.
before you do that.
That's the dark
who,
side.
what animal raised you that you're into eating noises rather than wanting to kill the person who's making them? What is wrong with you? Christ.
Yeah, why can't you just be into cake farting like a normal person?
It's like the one thing that'll trigger me into psychotic rage is somebody just making eating noises. Ugh. God.
Kaya really is vehemently against eating with your mouth open.
You're not
noises.
a pig.
I agree. The noises are pretty off-putting. So what did you get for masturbate?
Let's see. A lot of people reply to these.
Oh shit, you did an Azula voice. I'd masturbate
Yes.
to this too. I think you're asking for it.
So,
Be careful, Gibi. Now Kaya's on the case.
Stop clicking through my
looking-
videos.
GB, I can help. I can help a bit. I'm combing through your channel right now, and I'm making sure to sort comments by newest as opposed to like most like. You've got a video here where you're reading a book as a big sister, and there's just one man who seems very fervent about posting the phrase "You are my big sexy sister"
Oh, that wasn't in the title.
in all caps, all bold, many exclamation marks.
Okay, this can be a fun game. I'll check as well. It doesn't
Also,
have to just
people
be the
announcing you're going to be on
filtered
the podcast. Look at that.
Yeah, they're very excited.
ones. Well, they won't be once they see themselves being talked about here.
Dick in hand.
Are they watching?
She better whisper in this podcast. God damn it, I'm all lubed up.
Jackson, do we have any questions in the meanwhile?
Yeah, we do. So we take questions from patrons over at patreon.com/theofficialpodcast from people that support us. And people are asking at the moment, Cummy Hands asks, how would you describe ASMR to someone that has no idea what it is?
Somebody told me once, they're like, it's like music. It's like a different alternative to music, which I really liked because it's something you put in the background while you study or while you're trying to sleep, but it's just sounds. It's not a song. And then the actual ASMR itself, a lot of people describe it as like a brain orgasm, which is why I think there's a lot of links to like sexual, feelings and whatever, but it's really just like a relaxing tingle that usually starts like in the back of your head or goes down your spine on your shoulders.
Kind of
your
like a
prostate.
massage.
Yeah. Or like when
For
you're
your
like petting a
brain.
dog like on the top of its head and it looks so happy.
Well, that's sexual for them.
Oh,
They
there you
often
go.
get bonus over that.
I would a good comparison be to like be Goosebumps, the feeling of that.
So there's a difference between frisson and ASMR. So frisson is
Oh.
when you listen to like an epic soundtrack and get like those like chills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
we're very adamant that this is a different feeling.
Oh, okay. I didn't know there was a difference. I
Didn't
thought
mean
that
to
tingle
offend
was
your
just-
culture.
Well, no, I didn't. I legitimately didn't know there was a difference. I thought that tingle was all just one kind of umbrella term.
Yeah, that's something interesting. That it's totally different.
Didn't know that at all.
Uneducated swine.
So, but could you then cross over to that area if you, let's say, you ASMR'd a motivational speech, let's say, got people pumped up?
Yeah, you did so well that it tingled them too.
Definitely. I think that, I would say a lot of people who watch ASMR don't get the tingles. I think ASMR is just sort of the blanket term so we can tag these videos appropriately so people can find them. But I only get the actual ASMR probably like 30% of the time when I watch them.
So you said you watched them, or used to, I don't know if you still do, watch them to fall asleep. Is that mainly what you always used it for?
Yeah. So about 6-7 years ago. So I have a huge problem with just lying in bed and like doing nothing. I can't do it.
Same.
I'll like have like an existential crisis at night, and that's not sustainable. So I
have to have something on.
You have to have
some
something
noise
on.
or something.
You have to have something on. That's exactly where a lot of this stemmed from. Was that TV was too loud, and music was too like annoying, and I found ASMR videos, and then I just started watching them every single night, and I still do. I watch one every night that I have. It takes me more than 30 seconds to fall asleep. I'll put one on.
Do you ever watch yourself?
Yeah.
No.
Do you ever masturbate to yourself?
I don't watch my own videos.
It's like a Tyler Durden scenario. She's the one leaving those comments.
Ooh, I like that.
I used to have the same problem. I still kind of do. I didn't back in my day when I was having these problems. I didn't have ASMR. I had National Treasure. I watched that every night for 2 years.
Futurama was mine. I just put on Futurama every night.
Huh.
Now
Yeah, I needed something.
Now sometimes if I can't fall asleep, I'll just think of like RuneScape sales. I don't play RuneScape anymore, but just going over like the market there in my head helps me fall asleep.
I used to
Aw.
have that same fucking thing. I would oh god, we're coming back to this, but when I was having trouble sleeping, I'd put for Magic, I'd like go over cards that I'd put in decks. And of course, because it's fucking Magic, it's so funny. Every
How could you even
time.
fall?
All right,
How could you even
done.
fall asleep with that testosterone rush?
All right, whatever. It's the same idea.
Well, that's-
Moving on.
I mean, I'll defend Andrew. Everybody has their different things that they think about while trying to fall asleep.
I
Definitely.
mean, I don't do that anymore. Now I think about speeches I
Now
would
I'm a
give if I were
man.
president.
No, I think about boobies and butts. And I
No,
fall asleep.
I think about speeches I would give if I were president about certain things.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like if aliens attacked and I were president, like, today, America faces a crisis. And like I go over like, okay, I need to tell them what happened. I need
I
to
thought-
meet with China.
I thought you meant that narcissist shit we all do. Like, you know how you lie in bed and you're thinking, why is this a problem? I could solve this immediately. Why don't people just ask me? Like, abortion, war, politics? Just
Welcome
listen
to me
to
at
me.
19. Yeah.
Everything I know is right. Why can't people see this? Oh my god, God is fake. You're stupid. This,
You turned into a neckbeard there for a second.
well, yeah, that's, how you go when you're like
Everyone
14
is.
years old and lying in bed. But these days, yeah, we all
No,
know
when you're
Everyone
14 and
is.
lying in bed, you're masturbating. That's all I did when I was lying in bed. I don't even think I slept when I was 14.
A real man over there.
Yeah, all right.
Really?
I had so much sex with my hand, boys.
Beautiful.
That's fantastic, really. So you find any more interesting comments over there, GB? Before we get in Jackson's dark history.
This one just says, "Come on my shins."
Well, did you? Did you honor that man's request?
I didn't see it.
Ah.
It got
That's,
buried.
that's another big problem.
You left him dry.
You'll have really good comments like that, and you want to take them up on it, but they don't leave their name and number. It's a big fucking problem. If you want to leave a comment like that, at least give us your number so we can try and take you up on it.
No
If you
contact
watching this
info.
podcast want to meet the critical, leave your full name and phone number in the comment section.
He'll get back to you.
Jeez.
He will.
You guys cut me off, but everybody is asking what I asked. Dark Lord Rygas says, how often does she masturbate?
Oh my
Silent
God,
Night
Kyle.
says, why does she masturbate? Stain says, how aggressively does she masturbate?
What are we breaking the philosophy of
These-
masturbation here?
These are literally 3 in a row.
God.
Are your fans here?
I feel like they've infiltrated now.
My fans.
Well, the ones that are sending you the messages.
Well, yes, we don't have any bad people in our audience. GB, please, these are
I know
all
you
we
guys
have-
don't really talk about masturbating too much on the podcast.
Never.
No.
No.
It's a
We try to
taboo
steer away
topic.
from it.
Shit's unhealthy and goes against God's plan.
It also ruins your chance at immortality.
Ooh, yeah, that's an old throwback.
Yeah.
Only the real splashed boys are gonna know about that one. Charlie, have you
Only
told
true
your
fans.
joke in a while?
Yeah, not too long ago actually.
You could dust it off and present it, I think.
I
think
suppose,
you'd like it.
but I think GB, you said you're kind of familiar with the podcast, yeah?
I am.
So when he says the joke, do you know what he's referring to?
I do.
Fuck.
Do
See, I
you-
can't do it.
Do you know the
You
joke?
could do
What?
it. You could do
Yeah,
it in an
no,
ASMR delivery.
You could do it.
Okay.
Yeah, in an ASMR delivery.
Me or her?
You.
Both.
You.
Her.
Line by line.
No,
Yeah, go
we
ahead.
get Charlie doing it all the time. Her, so we can get some
Get some
Pathetic.
sound bites.
Duet.
weirdo points.
GB, if it'll help
I'm
you
gonna
get in the
butcher
mood,
this butchered joke.
If it'll help
Oh.
you get in the
Butcher
mood
joke.
to ASMR it, I found a good comment from one of your comments sections where you did a Christmas elf cosplay. Do you know which one I'm
yes.
talking about? All right, so just picture this while you're telling the joke. It says, and I quote, "Your cute freckles make me want to fuck your left nostril."
Aww.
He's so thoughtful.
Well, like I said, you're just asking for it with those freckles. But yeah, you know, do the joke like you're trying to get people to become patrons to us.
Yeah, make sure you're working the shilling angle there. It's important.
Don't forget the classic part of the joke where I dropped the Patreon.
Don't forget to
Alright,
sound
so-
out each letter in the link as loud as you can. Break character entirely for
I
it.
like how we kept asking you if you're like, if you feel that weirdos watch you, and here we are being the biggest whores.
Center stage. Take it away.
Am I doing this in ASMR?
Mm-hmm.
So first you have to add some finger flutters. Can you hear that?
Ooh.
I'll put in the other earbud for this one.
You do that to sort of, prep people. You can't just go in.
It sounds like a butterfly.
Yeah, that's what they call them, finger flutters.
I'm prepped.
Oh.
My shins need coming on.
Ay.
I'll send you a cheat sheet.
You can send me
in
a
the
cheat
general
sheet
chat.
for my.
Wait, do you have the joke written down in case you forget it?
Well, no, it's just little lines here, just in case, a little script.
Don't make it funnier, Charlie. It has to be exact 1-to-1.
That was a good cheat sheet.
You were giving. Oh, you're giving the ingredients. I like it.
Yeah, it's the recipe for this beautiful stew.
Mm. I'll set the mood, GB. What if I kidnapped you?
For those of you who can't
I would
see
have
our
no
chat,
choice but to marry you.
for everyone listening and can't see our chat, Charlie has typed in order 1, I4, 2, driving, and then 3, boardwalker burger, and then in parentheses, so he's specific, restaurant, and then finally sharp wit,
The new Star Wars.
All the
character,
ingredients.
Luke Boardwalker.
and then finally the punchline.
That should help out a little bit.
All right, so
Walker.
the I-4, I was driving down it.
Well, no, wait, now you're mashing up steps 1 and 2. Remember,
Well,
you
I
have to
feel
talk about
like
I4 separately from driving.
Oh,
And your
no.
girlfriend.
Oh, right, I was with my girlfriend
Mm-hmm.
on I-4. The I-4? I've never been
Hold
on it.
on. Yeah, don't worry. I sent that little cheat as well.
Needs a little more ASMR.
Yeah, see footnote subsection A.
Subsection A.
Charlie, you talk like a fucking caveman. Charlie's note for what I-4 is, and I quote, I-4 is road in Orlando.
He's not wrong.
It's I've driven that road, Andrew. I know what it is. I've said all that needs to be said about it.
So we're on the I-4. Driving, not walking. And we pull off an exit, I assume, because I'm hungry. And I notice that there's a boardwalk burger. And
I don't mean to cut you off, but you've made a mistake.
Please correct me. I don't want to infringe on this.
There was no exit. It was a straight shot road.
Oh, you passed it. You passed it on the I-4. I'm getting the vibe more now. Okay, so we're driving in the car going down I-4. Okay, and you must have seen an advertisement with my girlfriend. This is first person, and it's probably this shitty sort of burger spot called Boardwalk Burger, and the girlfriend's named Tiana. No exit. There's no exit. Okay, we're just driving. And I was like, we're like bored burgers because the burgers aren't having any fun. And it was
Oh, the most important part.
the best joke I ever told.
Oh, what a car crash.
Explosions.
Oh, I fucked it up.
My girlfriend
That was
then
perfect.
jumped on me. She couldn't believe the beauty of the joke.
You forgot
then
the
she had
best
to
part
marry
of the
me.
joke. You forgot the setup. That's like if I said, and then you have to marry me.
I imagine it's been a while since you've heard the joke.
It's
For
been a
not
bit.
hearing it, for not hearing it in a long time, you got the gist of it. The important part is the punchline. The setup, who needs it? It's the punchline that sells people. It's a great
the
punchline.
art of it.
You can change anything.
Yeah, it's interchangeable. It may not.
No,
Hey,
it
it might not have
isn't.
even been I4.
Oh my god, okay, I understand your section of the art is different, but this is what we call frisson, Charlie, okay? The setup is all matters. It gets me pumped.
Hey, man.
All right, do it, Kaya. See if you know the joke.
Yeah, no, you ASMR it.
Yeah.
I'm not good at ASMR.
Start with
Ooh, tingles.
finger flutters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
finger
do the
flutters.
butterflies. Let the butterflies go.
Like this. Yeah,
Gotta get closer.
good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're rubbing your beard. Just getting your dandruff off into the mic.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I was driving down I-4 with my girlfriend that I just kidnapped. She had no choice. She had to become my girlfriend. You see, I live in Siberia. She couldn't escape. We have an I-4 in Siberia. And I saw a sign that said Boardwalk Burgers by Putin. I turned to her.
Restaurant.
I
Wait,
said,
Putin was in the road?
I turned to her and I said, "You're never escaping me alive." And then I said, "Boardwalk burgers. More like board burgers. Because I'm getting bored of you being alive." And then
Oh,
I
that's a
came
weird
on her
remix.
shins.
Ooh.
Take a bow, Kaya.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Kaya the Swift, his ASMR channel launching this spring.
Frisson. I got goosebumps.
Who won this ASMR throwdown? Vote. Cast your vote.
Yeah. Cast your vote in the comments. I think on screen you should at least post a picture of the directions, otherwise a whole lot of that's not going to make any sense.
All right.
Post a photo of her and then my hairy chest and let it speak for itself.
Yeah, a really great high res headshot of her, and then just a low quality dim light phone camera photo of your chest.
The winner will be clear, really.
Oh, I should have scratched my chest instead of my chin. Damn.
God, no, that would
Oh,
have deafened
That's
all
an
of us.
entirely different sonic signature.
Yeah, that's Frisian, not ASMR. Come on.
God.
But anyway, so GB, you mentioned playing video games. What's your favorite? What kind of genre do you find yourself gravitating towards?
So I used to play a lot of. I play like Dance Dance Revolution, Rhythm Heaven. Yeah?
Ooh.
Oh my god, I have been tearing assholes up in Dance Dance.
What's the best one though? Supernova.
I
I
only
mean,
have
if you have
Extreme.
bad taste, yeah, that's fine.
You didn't like Extreme? Were you about to say I hate Extreme?
Oh, Extreme's fine. Supernova's the best.
Okay, I thought I heard an I hate coming
Oh,
out
no.
in those.
It's just,
There were no tingles there, just anger.
just anger. So I used to play a lot of that, but like Harvest Moon, The Sims, RuneScape. I played a lot of old school RuneScape in the day.
Ooh, baby.
And then when I was in about in middle school, we were obsessed with Call of Duty World at War. But that's the only time I've really breathed around
Call
it.
of Duty was massive back then.
It was huge. It was our
still is.
social scene.
Yeah.
Xbox Live.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd just
Oh,
come home
man.
from school every day and play like Capture the Flag on CeeLo.
Yeah.
God, I remember those times. That was fun.
It was really fun.
That and Halo 2 and Halo 3 were the OG like gaming days for me.
Mhm.
Like
Same.
when you would go on Xbox Live after school and just play for like 6 hours straight, meet people, play custom games, all that good shit.
Meeting people is a big overstatement. You were younger than me on those days, and I used to get fucking attacked for how little I was.
Aw.
I'm still little. I'm 5'6", but I was little back then too.
We played a lot of that. And I just grew up with all the Nintendo games, of course, too. But recently on Twitch, my viewers have been forcing me to play these games that I missed. And a lot of scary, brutal, nasty games because why not?
Like what?
I just started BioShock 1 today.
That's not scary.
That's a
That's
great
not
game.
scary.
At all.
I'm having a great time.
It's a
It's such a good
fantastic
game.
game, but it's not a brutal.
I'm having a
nasty-
great time.
The atmosphere is dark and like intense at times, but it's not like
No.
scary.
And then the one I just finished was The Last of Us, which was fantastic.
It's also fantastic.
Also a very good game.
But
yeah.
Boring game.
some scares.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some spooks.
But I
in
liked
there.
it. But then the first
The
game,
clickers.
the first scary game they made me play was Outlast, and that was
that can be scary.
that was the worst thing that ever happened to me.
Did you try to whisper at the enemies to get them to calm down?
I screamed a lot.
Oh,
There was no whispering. It was pretty funny actually though, because this is like very early in my Twitch days. It was the first October, so they're like, "You have to play Outlast. You have to," and I'm coming fresh off of The Sims 4, and they're like, "Good luck."
Really 3 in there.
so a
You
very
should-
easy transition.
Yeah.
You should play Alien Isolation. That's the scariest game I've ever played.
Oh, that sounds
There
scary.
you
I'm
go.
actually kind of into it now. Like,
Oh yeah, hang on. Sorry to interrupt, but Jackson here, he played Alien Isolation like once or twice on our Twitch channel, which at this point is
Horrifying.
defunct and is like growing the cobwebs. But in that 1 hour, he made like $1,000 for the channel in donations alone, and then he
People
decided
really
to
like
never
it.
stream it again.
Nothing was worth that amount of scariness, and I had like a heart attack 3 times. It was the scariest shit I've ever played. Like usually I can play like Outlast and stuff, but there's something about being stuck on a space station and with something that you can't see in vents around you
Oh
and
my
stuff
God.
like that.
Jackson, we
It
could
was
be rich
horrifying.
overnight if you put on that VR headset that you don't use anyway, that you paid like $1,000 for.
Nope, can't do that.
Why?
Oh god, there's some VR headset game that's like a horror game made for it, and when you play without the VR headset, it's nothing at all. But with the headset, it's an entirely new fucking level.
What is? Can
Even
you
Resident
recommend it?
Evil.
Oh god, let me see.
Even the newest Resident Evil has VR support, and that was terrifying.
See, it
Like,
wouldn't
and-
work if I or Charlie
escalated.
did it, but if you're scared, it works. You could
Well,
have
no,
made us
if
rich,
you were in
Jackson.
VR, I can guarantee if you were in VR, it would be scary to you. It's a whole different
Maybe,
level.
yeah. I'm not saying I wouldn't be. I'm just, I have a shitty internet connection. I have a shitty computer. I can't do it. But you're the golden goose, and you just decided to, let the goose go.
Dread Halls. That's the game
Dread
I'm thinking
Halls?
about. It's
Dread
a randomly procedurally generated horror game
oh,
where you have to explore like a tomb and find like keys and shit. And when you play it normally, it's really shitty, but when you play with a headset, it's just another fucking level.
Uh-huh.
That sounds
I'll give
cool.
it a whirl. It
Oh,
looks like
God.
ass.
It does, but
It
then
does
you put
look
on the
like ass.
headset and it is no longer ass, it is your ass.
it's the sounds that get me. Like, I don't mean to say that just because I do ASMR, but like actually, like the sound design is the most terrifying part.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck is this?
What?
It's like Jesus Christ. Why would you make promotional material like this? That's horrible. Jackson,
This is a
put
new-
that on screen.
This actually, this looks like from early '90s. I can see this on like a cover of Nintendo Mag.
Tumblr lost in the 1995 Microsoft Labyrinth screensaver. You guys remember that?
You're right. This is terrifying.
Anyway, GB, that leads me to a good question. Would you... So here's the thing. I meet people online or in real life who are really good at art, right? Really, talented art students. And I tell them, listen, you don't have to live on your parents' allowance. You can do furry porn and become rich overnight almost. Like furry people, they make so much money on Patreon and all those other platforms, and they always see it as beneath them, even though they could get rich. They don't even have to use their real names. They could use a synonym and get rich. Do you ever consider that? Like, hey, you know what? Maybe I should do sexual stuff and just pander to these weirdos and have an Amazon wish list and a anonymous Patreon and get rich. Does that ever cross your mind?
I don't think I would have gotten nearly as far as I am right now if I had like started with that. It's certainly it's certainly tempting. In the like for anybody who thinks, hey, you can just be like a titty streamer. Everybody who does it makes like a lot of money, like whatever. But it's just, I don't know. I don't, first of all, I don't think there's anything wrong with the people who are doing it.
Exactly. Thank you.
There's absolutely nothing wrong. I'm like, I don't want to do it. It wouldn't be fun for me. And it's not, true to what I enjoy doing. So it would be like a lot of, like effort almost, like a
you were gonna make like $50,000 a month even then.
No.
Whoa.
Yeah, no.
I don't believe you. I'm calling you a liar.
I respect that. Finally, someone who sticks to their guns.
I believe it.
No.
Here's our leader, Kaya. She owns the podcast now.
Was I the leader? I wasn't aware of this.
You've been overthrown.
I don't know. I was the captain on the bridge here.
What would you have us do, milady?
Gross.
Download Honey.
Felt like
now she's getting it. Now it's coming full circle.
Now we're in it.
Yeah. You heard it. All you sad people.
That's actually it's advice that I give people who want to start their own YouTube channel. Download Honey, first of all, and then step number 2 is you do what you like to do, and it sounds so cheesy and so stupid, but because I'm just acting like myself, I sort of, the audience that I've attracted, I get along with very well. Whereas like if I went out trying to be sexy or trying to be like something that I'm not, like I would get a lot more of the comments that I don't really like reading, or like it wouldn't be very fun to hang out in Discord or Twitch.
I feel that.
Yeah.
So then tell us, what was your least favorite video that you have done? One that you might even regret. Is there such one?
There's none of my videos have been one that I've regretted like that. There's 2 that come to mind. The first is that I put my my partner, my significant other, in a video, and people lost it.
She's joking. She's single.
Yeah, please no. Don't drive them away from the podcast yet.
Yeah, she's available. Leave a comment.
It's
she
not
might
bad
notice
that you can't talk about your significant other.
Oh, hell yeah! Are you kidding me? Gibi, like famous like boy band, guys, they actually have to like sign contracts to keep their relationships private.
How could I think that's so toxic? I think that's horrible.
People in Korean pop stars have to keep that image from anyone ever, to the point where one of them was either seen with her boyfriend in public or something and had to make a crying apology video about it.
I'd never heard of that.
True. Yeah,
I've never heard of that.
Completely true. If you get in the image of people like falling in love with you, you can fucking completely ruin your career by destroying it.
That's insane.
You can completely ruin your career by destroying it.
Self-fulfilling.
Okay, sorry, not by destroying it, by showing that, it's an illusion.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not so much correct.
It's not an illusion, really. It's not like they go out there. Like, I don't think Gibi's out there trying to make people fall in love with her. It's just people do.
Yeah.
And the second you let them know that you aren't in love with them,
not a possibility.
Exactly.
You have someone, then they
don't want to know
upset.
That
once you remove that hope. A better term is once you take away that hope.
Yeah, Star Wars.
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah.
But that was one of them.
I mean, would you say, Gibi, that in a way, maybe of course not to your entire audience, but in a way you're selling yourself with what you do?
Yeah, I think every online creator does You're like
Entertainer, yeah.
you're an individual entertainer for a reason. You're not a brand. You're not like you are a brand but the brand is you. You're not a company. You're not representing anything except for yourself, really.
And honey.
And honey, which you can download for free.
Did they pay you extra?
She has her
Is
own
that where-
sponsorship.
Is that
Yeah, I
where
think-
our
I think maybe-
400 bucks went?
I think that's where Gibi gets some sponsoring from Honey. So now she's getting a little overtime bonus or something here.
So I looked up. I don't know if this is the video you mentioned. It's called ASMR Real Person Back Scratch Massage.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, and the top comment is, "Great massage, GB. I can feel it from here."
That's kind of cute.
That's not that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah,
cute.
that's not
Kaya,
bad.
we can dig that. We can dig a bit deeper. Into that
I
and
can't.
find
If I'm
something
giving
way
my
worse.
girlfriend a massage, I don't want some random weirdo across the planet to go, "I felt that." Fuck off. Just touching her, not your moldy, hairy back.
Look, Kaya, I sorted for just 2 minutes and I found a better comment. This reminds me of the time I got a massage and a lady pressed down on my lumbar region and she pushed out a vile, nauseating fart out of me, and I've never gotten a massage since.
That's a great
That poor
comment.
man.
Come on
That's
now.
solid. It wasn't even a threat of kidnapping, though, so I don't give it a 10 out of 10, but it's close.
Oh, and then this follow-up, of course, was there a happy ending? Ha 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 ha, and the ha's go for a very long while.
Classic.
Classic man, fuck that guy, that should be me. Tons of those.
That brings us to an interesting question, though. Is there anything about the audience that ASMR attracts that you don't particularly like?
I would say it's really just, the people who clearly aren't there for ASMR purposes, who aren't, people who are just using it for reasons that I don't intend. But all in all, I'm posting on a public site and it's going to get a lot of views. And, like I said, if you're going to masturbate to it, just don't tell me.
It's a pretty
GB,
good rule of thumb.
Good
GB,
life pro
there
tip.
is some good news, though, on the massaging video. It seems that some people are actually happy to see your boyfriend. There's a couple comments of, I came here because I heard your boyfriend was going to be on it. And then my favorite
Aw.
here, forget the girl, look at that ass. It's plump as fuck.
It is very plump.
Maybe
Did you take a look?
Maybe your boyfriend should take over.
He's actually he's a very active mod in my Discord, and people have got to know him quite well, so they like him. They do. It's not just
cute.
it's not
That's
just
good.
everybody out there being
Mhm.
crazy.
And that's just the sad reality of the internet, really.
Look, I mean, we could harp on this all day, or we could get to the important comments that I've dug up, such as on the same video featuring your boyfriend, like the obvious one, which is, I want to fuck this girl really hard. I bet she comes easy too, featuring a smiley face emoticon. But who cares about that? That's nonsense. That's child's play. The one that I'm harping on right now says, and I quote, "I always skipped over this video because I didn't want to see GB do ASMR on another man."
Damn.
You cheated on that poor man.
He's
How
hurt.
do you sleep at night?
Yeah. Performing oral ASMR on another man.
Ugh. Right on his back, too. The most sensitive part of a man. How dare you? You hussy.
Oh my god, you hoochie, you.
Yeah, so that video did not perform well views wise, but that's all right.
Oh, no.
This is why incels exist.
Sorry.
I think it's always important not to worry about views and stuff and just make what's fun for you to make.
Yes.
I don't know if you care particularly too much about that, but just as a general rule for anyone out there, I think the best approach is just doing what you want to.
Sorry, I love all these comments. They have like a beginning, a climax, and an end. It's amazing. Thank you, GB. This video literally made me realize what I was doing with my life, so I went out and worked on it.
Yes.
Oh, that's
yes.
positive.
I love
That's a
that.
positive one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
That's
you go.
fantastic.
What
I
did you
love
tell him?
comments like that. I do have some really amazing comments. I know we're sifting to find the bad ones, but man, like 99% of the people I interact with are pretty fantastic.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
ever-
this isn't us saying like the whole audience of ASMR is like bad people or voice crack, bad people or sad people or anything. It's just it's fun because it does attract like the crowd that you've mentioned with some of the comments. And those are
A,
entertaining.
a
to
small
talk about.
percentage, but they're.
Yeah.
I mean,
entertaining,
every audience as it grows is going to attract bullshit. Like our audience has some garbage in it, but that's just because our audience has more than 4 people in it. Like that's just how it works.
Yeah, exactly. But
Well,
no,
so you
totally.
claim.
People are so kind and like they're really just there to relax and watch ASMR. And sometimes people are, I think, get frustrated that people
Absolutely.
just want to focus on the oh, it's so weird, it's so strange. What are you doing? But it's getting there. People are starting to understand what it is. So when I say, "Oh, I do ASMR," they're like, "Oh," instead of what the hell is that?
Well, do you ever get like weird haters, but not in the sense of like, this guy's obsessed with me, but rather weird criticism? Like, oh, I hate how you pronounce this.
Oh,
you
yeah.
filthy whore. You think you're an ASMR artisan?
Mhm.
Delete your channel. That really
A lot. People are very specific. Some people, I get the comments that sort of act like I was hired by them to make them a personal video and somehow fucked it up. I was just like, I'm sorry.
Midway through the video, you called the guy you were with Jerry when my name is Tom.
Yeah, or something like that.
Fuck.
I get a lot of like,
You guys
some-
remember? You know what you
But
should do,
don't interrupt
GBs?
her. She's
Yeah,
it's
talking
telling
about
a
it.
story.
You guys remember
No, it's
those
not.
old
God
school
damn it!
YouTube games where you would have to click the annotation and make a choice? Like path A or path B. You could do that, GB. Like if your name is Tom, click here. If your name is Bob, click here, and then
God, the amount of
personalized
work
ASMR.
required for that. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
There's a channel on YouTube that does that exact thing. I love what he does. He makes like greeting card videos. They're animated greeting cards, but they're really stupid and over the top. But he just cranks out hundreds a day because all he does is edit the name at the end, and that's it.
oh
It's
my
fucking
God.
brilliant. Like he makes these little music videos that are like, "It's your birthday today," and it's got like all these visuals on it. But then he goes to say the name, and it'll be like Daniel or Charlie or Andrew, and like that's all he does, and he gets billions of views because everyone just finds the one with the right name on it. It's genius.
That's cute.
Let me see if I can find it. They're worth watching.
We're not that interested.
That's where you find the gap. You find something that needs to be filled and you fill it. Somebody needed to make those and he did it.
Yeah, here we
He's a
go.
hero.
He's called Epic Happy Birthdays. And that's I sent you the Daniel one because I sent that to my brother. But all he does is make the same exact video. I had it on standby. But no. All he does is make the same exact video every single time and just change the name in it. It's brilliant.
Yeah,
And he
We
gets
get the
tons of
idea.
views.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's not a very complicated one that you have to keep explaining, but I do love how you've used his service.
You don't understand. Let me explain the intricacies of it. You see, there's a name, and he swaps it out each time.
All right, look, let me lay it out.
Yeah. Oh my god.
All right. So Nordic Pyro asks, "Have you ever felt awkward during a recording for ASMR?
Yes, I have. There
Is
is
it an like?
no, it's not. It's rare. It's definitely rare.
Okay.
Usually I kind of know what I'm doing. I'll either feel awkward because sometimes I have a script, especially when I'm doing something like a character, like Azula or something. I need to write out a script to be canon to the plot and the universe and all that because there's stuff like Star Wars I won't even touch because if I get something wrong, I'll be annihilated.
You're missing out on that audience.
I
though.
can't. I did Lord of the Rings and that was enough. People called me out on a word that
Wow.
I said wrong. Stuff like that. And just people love to,
Gondorf.
I think I said 3 instead of 5 for
What?
the
What's
number of.
Azula's mother's name?
Oh my god, don't quiz me on Avatar stuff
Wow.
because now I'll be
No,
embarrassed.
don't expose her here.
Wow.
Oh my
Cancel
God.
the episode. Holy shit! It's Ursa.
Ursa? God. I even read the comics. They were alright. They have a comics after Avatar: The Last Airbender.
What was her husband's name?
The original one, like Fire Lord Ozai? Or like
Yes,
the one
thank
that.
God. Okay.
Okay. Because
She
there's.
didn't remarry, by the way. Yeah, it's one guy, not the original one.
You
Oh
need to
my
read
God.
the comics.
It's Avatar lore.
Oh yeah, back
Do you
to.
feel awkward
Do I
now?
feel awkward? No, no. I just keep going with it. It's when I forget scripts, or if I start talking and I'm like, I have no fucking idea what I'm saying right now to this camera. That's when I'll just stop and scrap it. And then some other times, like I'll try a trigger, which is like something that you call like a different sound, or you try a technique. And I'll sort of just catch myself in the viewfinder of the camera. And I'm like, this isn't working. So like some of those times, like I'll feel awkward. But, I've made like over 300 or so ASMR videos by now. So talking to the camera is not awkward to me at all.
Mhm.
Pretending that I'm your big sister is not awkward to me.
Well,
Pretending.
What?
Exposed.
oh, shit. Immersion lost.
The immersion is very important to people. It is a very important.
I bet.
Especially in that field, I imagine it'd have to be very important.
What?
Do you have any pets?
I don't. I foster cats, but I'm getting a dog this summer.
Well, who's playing with the rubber duck right now?
It's my
That's
girlfriend.
Tetra.
Yeah, no, it's Tiana. She's just down there on the floor playing with the squeaky toys.
ASMR.
Oh, it's cute.
Relaxing.
Well, don't let that distract you. What other questions did they have, Jackson?
Yes, this is the perfect time during a recording, by the way.
I thought so as well.
Yeah, to play fetch.
All right. So this next one comes from some guy who says, "I've never listened to ASMR. Seriously, what would you say to me to convince me to? You got to sell your service, Gibi. Some guy is a potential customer.
Oh, what's his name?
Some guy.
Some guy.
That's his name. That's his username.
All right, some
All right.
What
guy.
happened if he kidnapped her?
I'd have to marry him. The thing is do you sleep? Yes or no? Do you have trouble sleeping?
All right, I'll get back to you. I'll go
Yeah.
ask him.
If you have trouble sleeping, and a lot of people do, you should try ASMR. If you have trouble relaxing, you should try ASMR. If you, like I said, you can use it when you feel lonely or just need to,
Oh, he does.
Yeah, if you feel
I
lonely.
promise you, I know because he has a My Little Pony as his avatar.
Watch some ASMR. I'm sure there's My Little Pony ASMR. The genre is growing, so it's essentially, if you watch one video and don't like it, there are hundreds of creators, and everybody has a different style and voice, and it's definitely about finding what you like and what works for you.
I wish I could. If I was a girl, I'd try to use my powers for good. I suppose, I would make ASMR
Powers?
video. Powers.
Powers?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
My female voice powers. I would use them to make videos like, "Don't shoot up the school. Everybody loves you.
You
I
have
love
a voice synthesizer.
you." Well, that's just gonna make me sound like a Daft Punk robot, not a girl.
That's even cooler.
That's not
Who
cool
would
to
convince
Nicholas
you better?
Cruz.
Who would convince you better to not shoot up the school? Some random chick or Daft fucking Punk?
Some random chick, because people who shoot up schools are incels.
Yeah, but Daft Punk.
You could even substitute the names and stuff as like common incel names and shit.
Oh yeah.
You could just
Damn,
maybe there's a whole nother market there.
Don't shoot up the school.
Don't shoot up the school today, Roger. It would be a bad idea. Didn't we've gone full circle. That was the very first thing we talked about.
Shooting
What?
up schools. I think that's the first
no.
time we've been on that subject.
No, it isn't. The anti-ASMR incel thing. That was the very first thing we talked about this episode.
ATASMR. What?
The
Oh.
ASMR anti-incel thing.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember.
I don't know. Damn. Well, shout out to all the incels who watch us. Apparently. I logged onto their Discord server and I was immediately recognized through my pseudonym, which was Tom. They saw right through it.
Tom? That can't be Tom. Tom's over there. That's Kaya.
How did they see through you? Tom is the ultimate incel name.
I love how even with this community that barely knows Kaya, they know his shit. Me, I'm always looking over my shoulder for a whiff of Kaya the Swift, and now even the incel community's up, like they can sniff him out.
Immediately, the admin in the Discord called me out.
Maybe he saw your IP or something.
Well, no, I don't know. I didn't change my profile picture. I didn't feel like giving too much effort into it.
You changed your name to Tom.
I thought that would be enough for incels. I guess it wasn't.
They'll
I
never
like
trust
the idea
another
that
Tom.
they've got like one of those posters, you know, at convenience stores when someone robs the joint. They've got a poster with your picture on it.
Do not
Do
serve.
not let in.
Damn.
Yeah, that's great. All right, this last patron question comes from Silent X Knight, who says, "Seriously though, is it as calming making the noises as it is hearing them?" That's an interesting question.
No, not typically. There's a couple of times where I'm doing something that's very repetitive, where it's totally relaxing, and you know, I'm just standing there tapping on something for 10 minutes, you know. But I'm constantly aware of what I'm doing, so in that sense, like I'm not relaxed because I'm doing something.
That makes sense.
That brings me to a question I wanted to ask. Do you typically do everything in one take, or how long does it take you to make one, let's say, a roleplay one? How long does it take you to make one of those?
I usually like bunch out my videos to 3 things, like the triggers, which is just like, okay, I'm gonna tap on things today, like that's what's happening. The role plays, like you said, like big sister or doctor or dentist or haircutting. Or all three, you know? You're in for the
Wait, what was the third one?
the special. You can doctor, dentist, what did I say? Hairdresser?
Big sister.
Big sister. Teacher, doesn't matter.
Do you know, have you found what triggers you for it? What specifically hits you?
Oh yeah, I like role plays a lot. A lot of what you see on my channel is what I like because I think I'm biased.
Oh, I thought you meant like Big Sister from BioShock, not like actual. Jeez, I just looked it up on your channel. I'm sorry.
No, a lot of people are already like, so when's the BioShock ASMR coming? I'm like, let me finish the game.
Oh, you'll have to play as a big daddy and just get your boyfriend to do like bassy.
Just mumble into the microphone and reverb it a million
They didn't
times.
speak, yeah.
My audience is pretty cool though. They definitely get a kick out of like that sort of thing. Like I did Linda from Bob's Burgers totally because I thought it would be hilarious.
Oh god, nothing speaks ASMR calm, soothing voice to me like fucking Linda from Bob's Burgers, who is voiced by an incredibly gay man.
Yeah, so I mostly did that for the laughs for myself, and then people really liked it,
Memes.
and I was like, oh god.
Let me guess, the top comment was still, I can't believe she has a fucking boyfriend.
I challenge you to do Marge Simpson.
Marge.
And make somebody fall asleep, yeah, the
That'd be
grating
good,
on
yeah.
the chalkboard voice that she has.
Or Lois from Family Guy would be a good one too.
that's
Oh
another
my
good one, yeah.
god.
Peter, you need to go to sleep.
Wow,
One
that
of my
is-
Or Andrew,
Jesus.
or Andrew from the official podcast.
Yeah, just do me.
You'd be surprised what you can find. Peace and Sorority ASMR, one of the people I listen to a lot, she did a couple of Meg Griffin roleplays.
Who the fuck
Meg's
wants
a
to go to
little
bed to
easier.
Meg Griffin?
Andrew,
That's a
that was
little
so
easier, though.
accurate. I like you a little less now. That
The
was
what?
really good. The Family Guy wife voice that he did.
I'm sorry.
Andrew does
We're not
good
friends
impressions.
anymore.
No, Andrew
does.
actually does some
Yeah,
really
he
good
does,
impressions.
yeah.
Give him something, GB. Anything. He's really versatile.
I'll try.
Do GB.
Okay, sure.
I like how I asked GB to do it, and Jackson immediately overshadowed it.
Hey, how's it going? I'm here to... Oh, I think that we're just gonna play with your hair a little bit, and it's gonna be real good.
Flutter the
That's all I
fingers.
got. Oh, I forgot to flutter the fingers.
Oh
You
my
can't
god.
forget.
I don't know. Give me an actual impression. I'll try.
Oh.
Mr. Meeseeks.
Oh.
God. She's the guest, Kaya.
Yeah, do Gibi for my Carly. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Gibby. That's what he sounds like.
Oh, can you do Ash from Pokemon?
Oh God, that's hard
Oh,
because that's
it's-
an old woman impersonating a small boy.
Okay. What about James from Team Rocket?
James, I'm going to use Meowth and stop everyone from stopping me.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That was really good.
Our resident impressionist.
That
Give him
was
another one. Don't stop. Full force.
Coughing, use smokescreen, not on me.
Do Squidward.
We've already done that one.
Yeah, you were good at it too.
Yeah.
Do
I can only do
Bane.
is laugh. Do what?
Bane.
Oh, you see, Kyle, the way that
It's not at all. That's horrible.
You ruined it.
well, all right.
Damn.
The problem with his impressions, is if they're good, it's okay. If they're bad, it's the worst fucking thing. in the
Yeah,
world.
it is.
That is
And
so
everyone will
true.
get on your case.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's not how Christopher Walken sneezes, you fuck. I don't know. I think my voice. Oh God, my voice talents, and I don't even want to use that word. More lend itself to like caricature voices, like not do Arnold Schwarzenegger, more so do an angry guy at a bar. I don't know.
Do Charlie's dad promoting
Okay.
our drunk bonus episode on the Patreon to be coming soon.
Well, hey guys, I heard you were doing some sort of bonus episode. You know, I think that'd be really hot shit. That'd be some cool thing. You get a little drink or two. You know, get up the brewskis, have a real good time. I think, like those fans out there, they're just gonna eat that shit up. It's on the bonus Patreon, right? How's that going? There you go.
Good,
I guess
good.
that's how my dad would say it. I don't know. Do you think that's how my dad would say it, GB?
You don't know your dad very well, do you?
Me? Or her?
No, he doesn't know his own dad.
I know my dad pretty well.
There you go.
He likes sports and stuff.
I like how we've single-handedly ruined my reputation for impressions with the last 5 minutes.
Which one do you think you're the best at? What do you think is your best impression?
God, I don't know. Usually,
Sonic.
It's usually cartoon and anime voices because that's what I watched growing up. So I would just try to sound like them.
Can you do Piccolo?
Nah, well, Pick kinda. Gohan, you need to use the spirit bomb, Gohan. I can do Hercule. These are so awful.
Yeah, let's hear the Hercule. Don't just say you can do it and then not.
All right, listen to me, you Sail character. That's a whole bunch of smoke and mirrors that they've been using in the Sail games. Now, I'm the real champ, and I'm here to say that I'm going to give them the coup de grace. Whoa!
Wait, does he pronounce it Coupe de Grace?
Yeah, he does.
Oh.
I got a present for you. Oh.
Do Hulk Hogan.
Enough.
Hercule is Hulk Hogan, except the same.
It's okay.
Yeah, we should spare our listeners this fucking garbage. I'm gonna go hang myself in my fucking closet.
GB left.
God. Someone, what's the quickest place I can get tensile rope? Good lord. Never do this to me again.
Do a rope salesman.
Andrew's trying to get hated less, not more.
Exactly. There goes that idea.
God, I love Andrew's impressions.
There's a reason I've stopped doing them.
Welcome to
We
Andrew's
just did that for
impressions
10 minutes.
podcast.
Don't let haters stop you, man.
Yeah, do what you want to do, man.
Do
I
what you
want to
love.
stop doing impression.
That's fair enough.
Pussy.
Yeah, I would say you're a pussy indeed. All right, well, we've been going an hour and a half. We can start
Wait a
to
minute.
wind this down.
Wait
Wrap
a
it up.
minute, Charlie. You call me pussy on that, and the reason we're friends is I impersonated you?
Wow, that's full
Ooh.
circle, man. Yeah, that's deep.
Look at that.
Wait,
think of
how?
that.
Only
did you?
real listeners will get that lore.
I don't even know that lore.
Yeah,
What's
all right
that
then.
law?
Oh, really?
Open up the Bible.
Should we?
What's the law?
Should we? I don't know. Do we spoil the surprise or leave that as a?
Oh, wait, if they went back and listened to an earlier episode, they'd know the answer.
The way
Because we
that
talked about how we all met.
the way that
Except
Charlie
me and
found
Kaya.
out about my existence is I did an impersonation video of him and some other YouTubers.
Oh,
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh,
That's cute.
and you're angry people accuse you of trying to be critical.
Wow.
Yikes. Those are words that cut
Oh,
deep, man.
that was like a knife in my gut.
Put you in the grave.
But
GB,
yeah,
so
GB
if you don't hate us yet, shout out your stuff, your channel and your Twitch.
Do it even if you hate us.
all right. I don't. This is really fun. So my YouTube channel is youtube.com/GBASMR. And then my Twitch is twitch.tv/GGGB, Gibi. And all my Twitter and Instagram is at GBOfficial.
Nice.
Yeah.
Official.
Yes.
You
Because
know you're not allowed to use that.
I couldn't just be the ASMR because I'm also doing other stuff now. So I had to make the
Like
big
official
switch,
podcast.
like the official podcast.
You know, official is trademarked by us.
Well, somebody actually tweeted at me. They're like, "You're obviously a huge fan since it's in your handle."
Really?
Well, they're not
That's
wrong.
beautiful. That's beautiful. Keep up the good work. Anytime you see someone with official in the name, let them know that they stole it from us, and then they can come on the podcast to defend themselves. I'm talking to you, Drake Bell official.
Tell John McAfee he's a cunt.
Yeah, please let John McAfee know I'm very disappointed in him.
Stop buying Bitcoin.
All right, wrap us up, Jackson. Send us out.
All right, thank you everyone for watching this week's episode of the official podcast. We appreciate everyone's support. By support, I mean just watching us is great. So thank you for that. Thank you for everything. theofficialpodcast.com/Patreon. Do it the other way around though. Patreon.com/theofficialpodcast. Go check us out there. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
Bye
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.